What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, guys. Here with 2015 Jamie Mcmurray, Sherwin-Williams Chevrolet from Chip Ganassi Racing in the studio. Let's check it out. And here we go, folks, with today's Diecast review. 2015 Jamie Mcmurray Sherwin-Williams car. One of the more, I would say, forgotten alternate paint schemes that Jamie Mcmurray had in his mid-2010s era at Ganassi. He had a lot of different sponsors. He had McDonald's, he had Cessna, then he had some obscure ones, kind of like the Sherwin-Williams car we have today. Fortunately, this was an overproduced car. Fans, 10 years later were able to go back and be able to get diecast like this. You got the Chip Ganassi Racing logo, which I miss Ganassi Racing. Technically, Trackhouse Racing is just Ganassi 2.0 because they run from the same shop. They have the #1 car. I'm just saying, they're really close. Enough of me yapping about a Ganassi logo. Let's go ahead and get the diecast out of the box. And here we go, folks, with today's diecast review. And if you're curious, I think this car was like $5 or something over there at Circle B. So really, really inexpensive for a brand new diecast. So that's pretty cool. Over to the front of the car, you have the Sherwin-Williams logo, which is one of the more interesting ones. It's like a paint jug or can, like dumping paint all over a planet or something. I don't know. That's interesting. I got Mcmurray right there in the front windscreen. You kind of have this like periwinkle blue. It's not petty blue, and it's not Carl Edwards Claritin blue, but it's kind of more of a periwinkle blue, and it's definitely very unique. Get Sherwin-Williams right there. Go to the front of the diecast. You have Chevrolet. Get Chip Ganassi Racing, Moo, Mel, Cop, Edelbrock, and Sunoco. Unfortunately, you do have a little bit of race wear there. I'm kidding. I got the #1, and the whole paint scheme livery, it's kind of old school. This little, like, I would say kind of like a mid-60s or 70s like IndyCar style front end. This little curvature there. So that's kind of a retro style to it, to the front of the diecast. But then you go to the side panel, and it's actually pretty modern because you have some gradients. Now, in the real car, I'm sure the gradient was probably a little bit better, but with decal printing and stuff, it can be pretty difficult to get a accurate gradient. So without having a photo of the diecast right next to me, or the real car rather, I can't tell if this gradient is accurate to it or not. But either way, it's interesting how they took kind of a retro design in the front of the car, and then they kind of incorporated this like more of a modern style. But then you compare this car to like nowadays, like a freaking Gen 7 diecast like this, and it's crazy how like the Gen 6 cars, they look so like dated now. It's amazing how like you hear stories when you're growing up about like 20 years ago we saw big body Chevys racing at Pocono in the 80s or something. And once you you hear stories of that, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool and it's nostalgia. But when you actually see a vehicle on live TV in NASCAR, and then it's retired and it's gone, and it's a decade later, and you're like, wow, I can't believe we actually raced these things. Or you just can't believe some of the things that they were going on in the sport, the technology. And you look at the technology we have now, it's just really, really cool. The evolution of the sport is what I'm trying to say. Got Jimmy McMurray right there on the driver name rail. Got Cessna, Bass Pro Shop, some other decal there. I see Coca-Cola, Sherwin-Williams. Got Cessna, McDonald's, Simeon's, and I think you guessed it, there's another Sherwin-Williams decal there. Got, what is that, Bosch? Or no, that's Lincoln Welders. Got the #1. Got NASCAR Race Car, Sprint Cup Series, IR, Lincoln Welders. Got Flowmaster. Well, you guessed it, another Sherwin-Williams decal. And watch it get like a ad or something for the video, and it'll be like in the corner on your YouTube page, and it'll say Sherwin-Williams. I'm kidding. Got Goodyear there. Holley E5, 3M and Duralast brakes, Mechanics Wear, Mobile One, and Freescale. Go to the back panel of the diecast here, and then you have we got 3M there. That's actually interesting because 3M was in 2015. I think they just left Greg Biffle, and they actually went to Jeff Gordon. So I wonder if that was kind of a Chevy deal. 3M went to Jeff Gordon in 2015, and maybe Sherwin-Williams being, I think, a partner of 3M or some sort of associate. Maybe they're owned by the same company that allowed them to go over to Jay McMurray as well. I'm not sure on that. Got official paint of NASCAR, Sherwin-Williams once again. Got the #1. I like the little red and the blue and the white in the background. That's pretty cool. Go to the right side of the diecast here. And, you know, at the time, this car was actually pretty modern. I look at it now and I'm like, you know, there's a lot of things I would actually change with the paint scheme. I love what PPG did with their paint schemes in, 2018, 2019, 2020. They did like it's like a, I don't know how to describe it, but you know when you're playing like NASCAR Thunder and there's that little color pick thing where it's like it has like green, yellow, blue, or whatever, and it has like 1,000 pixels, and you move the little cursor around to pick your color. Basically, that was a paint scheme. I loved it. The PPG car that they ran. It was like it had all these different colors on there, and it was just really, really nice. I wish Sherwin-Williams would have done something like that. You know, not exactly, but you know, just something similar to that. I think that would have been really, really cool. Go to the top of the diecast and you get the number 1 right there. I'm not sure why there's a little bit of I don't know if that's dirt or what. That might come off with some water. I'm not really sure why. Probably someone in the factory had a little bit of maybe grease or oil or something. I'm not too sure. It's been there for a decade. And you go over here to the deck lid of the car, and well, surprisingly, there's no decals there. You would expect at least something. I mean, they could have put anything there, but they didn't. So, one of the many paint schemes that Jamie Mcmurray had, I tell you what, this cat had so many sponsors in his NASCAR career. I mean, go look at some of his like 2011 paint schemes, 2012, boatloads of them, right? 2013, 2014, boatloads of them. That continued all the way up to the end of his career. He had so many different liveries. It was pretty remarkable. Even in 2010, which was his best year ever, winning the 500, winning the Brickyard. Heck, he even won the Fall Charlotte race. Almost won the Coke 600. I know he missed the playoffs, but I mean, hey, you win the 500. I could give a rat's hind end about, you know, some playoffs. But yeah, Jay McMurray, man, he had some amazing paint schemes. His Roush years. Going back to his Ganassi days, I think probably my favorite Jamie McMurray paint scheme ever is his 2003 rookie car, his primary paint scheme. That one right there, I don't know what it is, but the silver, there's a little bit of day glow on it, and it has like the black on it. Something about that paint scheme is just absolutely amazing. And it's a shame it only ran 1 year, and it's heavily inspired by Ricky Rudd's Iron Man car from 2002, if you remember. They used to do the Iron Man paint schemes. So before we log off here today, I first want to say thank you all for watching. I'm going to show a couple other older diecasts that are over there that are on a discount, like this Kevin Harvick right now over there at Circle B. I think this thing was $350, brand new right now at the time of this video. So if you're a Harvick fan, that's a stupid good deal right there. This is arguably the best Darlington throwback from 2015. You can make a pretty good case for it. Somehow, some way, it's still floating around a decade later. This thing is incredible. If you haven't checked out my diecast review on it, highly recommend doing so. That piece right there is freaking fantastic. And you know what? I think we're going to end the video on a teaser about something I might actually review coming up soon. All I'm going to show is this. Yep. You see it. We might be doing a diecast review on that soon. So if you got to this point of the video, thank y'all for sticking around long enough for me yapping about toy cars. I'm kidding. Thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you don't mind. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.